This is a piece of sassafras that I harvested, and I debarked it, and it's got a little contour towards it, a little character, and I'm going to draw a center line down, what I believe to be a center line, by holding my hand like this and following the contour of the wood. Now that I have that contour, double check it. Now I can mark off of it. Now that I have that line, I'm not putting a chalk line out, but I'm using a line to make sure that if I put it on the line I drew, it would be overhanging. The string would be off the bow. So this line I drew like this with my hand could be the outer edge, possibly. So I move the string over about 1.5 inches here, and about 1/2 inch here, because it tapers down. Following the taper of the log is just the starting point, because it's a little inaccurate when you do that, because there's always one end that's the bottom of the tree that's wider, and one end at the top that's usually narrower. So what I do is, when I get to this, I measure the log and I cut it to 66 inches, and I'm using that guide that I have to make a center mark, which is 33 inches, and from that 33 inches I'm going to draw a handle, and from there I'm going to put a straight edge. I'm going to put a chalk line, and I'm not going to snap it. I'm just going to lay it on between this center point and this center point to see where it comes out on the taper. Now I'm going to just not snap a chalk line, but lay it down, and I want the string to contact the center of the handle on both points, and then we're going to see where it lays out on the log, just to give me an idea. Because even though it has character, we want it to cross at least the limbs and the riser. We want the limbs and the riser to be in this picture, even though it's curved, okay? It comes out. To keep everything on the log for the layout, I'm going to make the last 8 inches here straight, and then we'll worry about the contour from the last 8 inches and see how that looks. And you could change this. You could change this 4, 5, 6 times, whatever it takes to make you happy. So let's see how this logic works out. So from the 8-inch point, it's straight. So I have the center marked at the 8-inch point here. From the 8-inch point, I have the center marked here. And now we move the center mark closer, okay? And it is over the riser section. Not much, 3/8 of an inch or so. We're gonna just put this little line down here. Now we're not, once again, we're following the contour. We're going to follow the contour of the wood. We're not going to follow the straight line, but we just want to make sure that from the tip end is going to cross the riser. We don't want it to be off the riser. We want 3 points touching. we want the ends and the riser to have a string across it. When I had this sassafras log laid on the side, it has a lot of character. When I turn it around this side, it's fairly straight and it has back set. So first I was thinking making a character bow until I turned, and when I laid out a straight edge, it really wasn't enough on the riser to make me happy. You know, you want it touching the ends, you want it touching the riser too. You want a straight line touching both ends and the riser. So this here actually is a better option for me. Right here like this. And this knot here isn't going to be a problem because I'm going to put horn tips and this is going to come down anyway. So we're going to lay it out and see what it looks like this. See the bow? Got back set. Now I can snap a straight edge down here. So make sure when you lay out a log that you rotate it. At first I thought it was going to be a character stave, and then when I turned it this way I saw it had like a natural back set to it, and I changed how I laid out the bow. So even after you lay out a bow on a log, you lay out your design. Make sure, you know, I rotated the log at first to see where I was going to lay it out, and I thought I was going to make a character bow. And after laying it out, the string, you want it to string, if you make a character bow, to be touching each end and go through the riser. It was barely going through the riser after I laid it out. So let me rotate the log again, I said, and see what it looks like. And as I rotated it, this has a little natural back set here, and I'm able to lay a bow out on this. So I was able to draw a straight edge, straight line, snap a line, and lay out a bow design. Now this knot here on the end, if you're going to put antler tips or horn tips, is insignificant because I take down the wood a little to taper it and put a horn tip on. So I'm just going to eliminate this now because it's insignificant. I'm going to take down the wood in this area just to assist me in trimming it out. Okay, so that's it. The reason I'm doing this here, this layout on this sassafras, is to show you that though there may be more than one way to lay out a bow, you have to definitely check it and go with the best. It's okay after you lay the whole thing out on the side to turn it around and redo it again. You don't have to stick with your first thought. I cut my sassafras log out. I got a rough blank here. I'm done for today. I wanted to get it out of the trailer. So that's it for now. I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna hydrate. I'm gonna sit in the air conditioner for a couple hours and jump in the pool. It's about 100 degrees. All right, yes, I am out of my mind for being out of here, but I kind of started and I didn't want to stop till I at least got to this stage.